Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Monday, September 12th. Over the next several days, we will continue to see a surge of moisture from the south from the remnants of Tropical Storm K. These thunderstorms will increase today over much of Nevada, southern and central portions of Utah, and then even into far southwest Idaho. By Tuesday, we do expect thunderstorms to move all the way up into Idaho and Wyoming and continue on Wednesday with possibly some drier air moving in Tuesday, Wednesday for far western areas of the Great Basin. However, these thunderstorms are expected to be on the wetter side for most areas, with areas of significant wetting rain, especially over the southern and central areas of the Great Basin. Up further north, we may see a mix of wet and dry thunderstorms on the western and northern edge, up into Idaho, especially towards the Payette and the Boise going towards Tuesday, Wednesday. Otherwise, relative humidity will be increasing region-wide with cooler temperatures. We still have significant smoke across the area this afternoon, especially over Idaho, Wyoming, into northern Utah, and also into western Nevada. This smoke will continue, may disperse somewhat going into tomorrow with some increase in southerly winds and the increase in moisture, but we're still expecting significant impacts to visibility and air quality over the next couple of days. Similar conditions aloft as well. The precipitation over the last 24 hours in thunderstorms shows the highest concentration of precipitation and lightning over southern Nevada and parts of the Arizona Strip. These areas saw rainfall amounts of about a quarter to over a third or half inch of precipitation. Further north, the precipitation was more spotty with these thunderstorms over central and eastern Nevada into southern Utah. Great Basin fire activity yesterday was light, with smaller fires reported, but no new large fires. Over the last 7 to 14 days, we've continued to see that drier air in place over the northern two-thirds of the Great Basin and this recent increase in moisture over southern areas. Our ERCs in the north still are at or above record levels for Idaho, even into northern and western areas of Utah and northern and western Nevada. However, we will see some improvements to fire danger starting today and tomorrow and continuing through the end of the week. 100-hour fuel moisture is still critical in the drier areas over the northern half of the Great Basin, with some improvements in the far south. Our satellite loop from this morning shows our weather picture with the ridge of high pressure in the central areas of the Great Basin getting pushed a little bit further east with this trough off the west coast, and also that trough is helping to pull the deeper moisture from the south north into the Great Basin. Our weather picture for later today, again, that increase in moisture over much of Nevada, southern and central Utah, and into southwest Idaho. So our significant fire potential map represents this increase in moisture and decrease in fire potential in Nevada and Utah. Still very critical conditions up north into Idaho. Relative humidity will remain dry for another day up in Idaho, Wyoming, and parts of northeast Utah, with relative humidity dropping into the teens or single digits, but a significant improvement in relative humidity in Nevada and southern areas of the Great Basin. Today, winds will increase a little bit more out of the south or southwest as that moisture is pushed further north into Nevada and into Idaho, so near our large fires today, maybe a little bit more of an increase in south or southwest flow in general. Thunderstorms, again, we are expecting those scattered thunderstorms across much of Nevada into the Arizona Strip and southern Utah, a little bit more isolated into southwest Idaho, and we could see some thunderstorms training over some of the same areas in the Sierra Front with some rainfall expected there as well. As we move into Tuesday, the moisture really surges northward, so we do expect a decrease in fire potential in most areas, especially up north into Idaho, where certainly it is much needed. We will at least see an increase in humidity and cloud cover. The better chances of wetting rains will be over eastern Idaho into Wyoming, and then parts of the Salmon Chalice down towards the northern Sawtooth, with maybe a little bit more spotty precipitation further west. But you can see the relative humidity on Tuesday increases to above 30% almost region-wide. Some of the drier spots will be as the dry air works into western Nevada. We will see relative humidity drop back down into the teens, with also an increase in westerly winds off the Sierra. But otherwise, again, expect increases in relative humidity and moderate winds. Thunderstorms really increase on Tuesday across most areas of the Great Basin. Some of the drier spots, again, that drier air moving into western Nevada, and also parts of the Payette into the Boise, far western Idaho, still may stay on the drier side and only see isolated, either mixed wet and dry thunderstorms or remain dry, with the bulk of the moisture further east towards our larger fires in the Salmon Chalice and the northern Sawtooth. Going into Wednesday, this moisture is pushed a little bit further east. So we could see a break in the deeper moisture for parts of central Idaho and also that drier air moving into western Nevada. So those are really the only remaining areas still in the low risk of significant fire potential. Otherwise, most areas in the green. Looking at the relative humidity, aside from the drier spots of western Nevada, all other areas remaining above 25 or 30% humidity. Wind gusts will be increasing over the southern areas of the Great Basin, but very little risk of large fire down there with the moisture and the increased humidity. On Wednesday, the better chance of wetting rains with more significant lightning coverage will be over central and eastern Nevada, into northern and central Utah with a little bit more spotty precipitation up north, but we still do expect those thunderstorms in parts of central Idaho. The 3-day amounts of precipitation show the best chances of wetting rains being more widespread across the eastern half of Nevada, into Utah and eastern Idaho and Wyoming. Still a little bit more spotty back towards parts of west central Idaho, but we do expect at least some areas of wetting rains or localized wetting rains in parts of the Salmon Chalice. Going into Thursday and into the weekend, this moisture really hangs on over northern areas of the Great Basin, so another day of showers and thunderstorms over the northern half of the region with drier air pushing in from the south. This may continue into Friday and into Saturday as well, so we could see several days going through the weekend after the precipitation this week where we see unsettled conditions in the north with continued higher humidity, and then also those areas of showers and thunderstorms. So we are looking at least 5 to almost 7 days of the potential for higher humidity and precipitation over the northern half of the Great Basin where we significantly need that moisture. Going into Sunday, again, similar conditions. Forecast amounts of precipitation for the next 7 days show a little bit more precipitation up into central Idaho with this accumulation over the weekend. Again, still some drier spots being northwest Nevada, parts of southwest Idaho, but again, looking at our fire situation up in Idaho, certainly expecting that long duration, higher humidity, and then the scattered showers and thunderstorms going through the next 5 to 7 days. The 8 to 14 day outlook taking us from September 19th through the 25th shows near normal temperatures and drier conditions, but we're still seeing some storms that possibly could move into the area during this time period up in the northern areas. So still could be some shots of moisture. Don't really expect an extended, overly dry and warm period. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.